Hello there, welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I'm playing as Holland. The war... Oh, what's this? The Emperor has enacted an imperial reform. Duke, with the backing of the members of the Holy Roman Empire, the Emperor has decided to go through with a reform. Calls for a Reichsreform. This reform has the following effect... Okay. Yes, I'm still at war with Utrecht. But it is going quite well. They're obviously all sieged down. Most of Pomerania is sieged down now. And I think, who else do they have? Oh, Brittany. Brittany's over here, not really doing too much. Got a 50% war score. That should increase a bit once this siege of Stettin is done. Lack of demand for draperies. Breda has long lived off the locally produced draperies, but lately they have been forced to sell their products at reduced prices. If this is due to the temporary whims of fashion or more permanent change, it is hard to say, but it is clear that local trade is suffering. This is regrettable, lowers local good production in Breda. So my goal for this war is to get one, if not two, great expectations. A political marriage is as much a union as it is a contract of mutual support. The Van Wish family expects that the Duke will heed the advice of the consort and actively look after their and his interests. So I can get base tax for 100 admin power and get some help in the future maybe. Or I'll lose 10 prestige and gain autonomy. You know what, I'll take the base tax. Surely a base tax though. Isn't. I can do it for half price. If I don't do it, I'll lose 10 prestige and autonomy, so I'm kind of a bit... Okay, anything for our dear consort. Hopefully they'll give me some help in return. Yes, I'm trying to capture some provinces. Mostly Utrecht, maybe even Kere. To further my goals of forming the Netherlands. But if I get some money out of it as well, you know, that wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? Truce with England is over. Looks like it's not overly controlled up there in Denmark yet. I just wonder, with all the Brittany army tied up there. Improvements in naval technology. There are claims that local fishermen have improved ship design. If we do a careful study of their ships and try building a copy, our best admirals believe that our naval technology will benefit a lot for the future. Yeah, let's do it. I don't really need depot power at the moment, so unless I want to level up. No, let's just use caution. I've got lots of diplo power. I figured I might need to actually help out with this war a bit now, so let's send some troops over to the Pomeranian War. Try and make sure this siege gets through. Oh, and it just did. Okay. So if I go to Pomerania now... They would give me 95 ducats for peace. I could give land to Brandenburg, I'm not really interested in doing that. What if I just take the 95 ducats? Oh, no, don't want to offer. Some war reps. Yeah, I'm getting a couple of prestige points. Let's just do that. Okay. Gets me 95 ducats, war reps, and just a couple of points of prestige. Send that demand. Okay, so that's Pomerania out of the war. Which only leaves Brittany and Utrecht. Which means, if we want to build some more war score, I've got to start... Yeah. Sieging down Brittany. Do I spoke to these guys? I could take the two provinces. No, I want Utrecht. I could take the two provinces I want already, and $85 or 85 ducats. It's a lot of overextension though. But it means the war. I don't need to go to war with them again. What if I took out that one? I think it'd be worth it. Wouldn't give me war reps though. Do I try and go a bit greedy? I think I will. I've got plenty of admin power to core it up. Oh, that's gonna be... No, let's do it. Let's just get this war over and done with. Let's send the demand. This. I can't really give anything to my allies, so they're not overly fast, which is good. Demand sent. Okay, the Dutch conquest of Utrecht is over. 14 power projection, 6.7 prestige, some ducats, and most importantly, 2 new provinces. I don't need a fort in both, so I'm going to just destroy the castle in Utrecht to save some ducats. Let's call them up. Brandenburg wants a royal marriage, so I'll take that on. Need a new rival. Guessing Utrecht don't fit the bill anymore. Guessing Herre looks to be a good choice. Okay. Now, I have a loan, which I should be able to pay off. Yep, let's get that loan out of the way. And let's get my trade fleets back doing what they do best. Like so. Yeah, I got it. Oh, didn't get much money out of that. Not much as I would have liked. Luckily, both of these feudal factions are separate, which is good. Fulfilled a mission of high income. We must increase state income by any means necessary. Money is a requirement for any endeavour of the state, from the daily expenses of the government to the maintenance of armies to invade our enemies. Okay, gets me lower construction costs and lower construction time for 25 years. I will take advantage of that right now and build myself a church. And I'll build the church in Amsterdam. Done. Increase my income. Innocentius the 8th has been elected as a papal controller. Okay. Yeah, these rebel factions, if they did uprise, it'd be 10 and 11, which isn't too bad. Support the Florentine school. Because of our relative notability, we are in a position to support the Italian artists in the Florentine school. Being perceived as patrons of international art will definitely help our propaganda efforts. I get some yearly prestige for admin, diplo, and some ducats. Or I lose prestige. I don't want to lose prestige. It's not that much of a loss, so let's say... Of course they shall have our support. Okay, diplomats. What do I want them to be doing? Diplomats can top up relations first with France. Top up relations with Denmark. That can be their first point of call. I've got some techs to get. I can get Diplo Tech 6, the docks, so I might as well do that. As time progressed, an expanding and increasingly advanced shipbuilding sector put new demands on seaports. Well-maintained and planned docks went from being a convenience to a necessity for any location wishing to become a centre for naval or maritime activity, so I can steal maps and build a dock. Okay, just need to get my admin power up. Ottomans tell us of faceting. Okay, just affects gems if you have them. Royal merge offer from Denmark. Oh, these royal merges are killing my legitimacy. Doesn't really change up very much at the moment because I've got unlawful territory as well. Royal merge with Austria has ended. That's annoying. Because now they're going to want a new marriage. It's going to lower my legitimacy further. Build another longbow, so I might as well do that. Now, my mission to form the Dutch nation, maybe admin tech 10. So even if I did get that last province now, I'm still quite a few years of actually doing it. So maybe I'll just try and start spreading elsewhere. Yeah, it's a new soldier, so I've maxed out my army again. Okay, and they've both been caught up. I have a looming disaster. A civil war. Can we stop by having a regency council or having legitimacy above 75? Okay. That's annoying. So basically, in a way, I want my duke to die. How about that? Treason against Holland. Recruitment is out of necessity something that has to be a somewhat decentralized affair. Often it will be entrusted to nobles in the capital, and then they are responsible to turn up a set number of men in the various provinces under our control. This is a system that to some extent relies on trust, as the central government is not involved in the details of countryside mustering, and the only form of control we have are the often sporadic inspections of the army itself. The inspections the army itself conducts. One such inspection in Breda has unearthed quite a local scandal. The roles we have for this area is full of fictional names and nobody seems to know what we could actually muster from the region. So I can lose professionalism and manpower modifier. Or can punish the nobility, so they lose loyalty. Oh, but it cops 8 unrest. No thank you. I might just say this is unfortunate. Yeah, so in a way, because I've got a ruler whose admin skill is lower than 1, civil war is looming. The Duke Ludovic is not being helpful. Non-enforcement of ordinances. Monarchs ruled by issuing ordinances, but they were almost powerless to enforce them. Enforcement depended on the local powers that would not always be as vigilant as the monarchs would have desired. Oh man, this is not going well. Gain autonomy in Amsterdam or lose 50 admin power. I'll just take the autonomy. I'm kind of struggling a bit now. Austria want me to help in a war against Poland, Moldavia, and Danzig. Well, I don't want to lose Austria as an ally, so I'm going to have to accept this, won't I? Okay. So be it. Back at war. I can maybe help out by taking on Mecklenburg. Oh, my ships. Let me bring my ships back. These guys seem to be doing alright, so I'll let that little naval battle see itself out. Excellent. Bring them back. You offered a loan. I don't really want a loan, thank you. Alright, let's go help with Mecklenburg. At least now with them at war and me at war, they can't demand the unlawful territory be returned. So let's start taking on the Mecklenburg lands. Obviously, I got to keep an eye on these separatists in my own land, though. So I don't want that to get out of control. Might as well help with the siege. Who else is at war? Within I've got all of Poland. Poland and Moldavia. Okay. Oh, and Danzig. I don't want to get too close to the Polish lands, though, really. Relations have been maxed out. Let's do the same with... Do the same with Austria and do the same with Brandenburg. We'll try and help siege down Danzig. If that was necessary. But you know what, I think once I finish this siege I might return to my land so I can protect against these separatists. The diplomatic approach of Margaretha. While growing up in Amsterdam, Margaretha enjoyed learning of the world. She was always asking questions and often pondered ways to make life easier for people, or how to make any given task more effective. Better yet, how to convince somebody else that her way of organising an assignment was the right one. Thankfully, moving to the royal court of Holland has not caused Margaretha to abandon her dreams of commanding people. If anything, she's gotten a lot of practice. During some of our recent negotiations with foreign diplomats, her ideas have received some very positive feedback. I get 50 Diplo power. Excellent indeed. These guys want military access. I'm not going to give it to them. It doesn't serve my benefits at all. At least I can say I'm helping. It's something. Alright, Siege of Rostock is done. Alright. Oh, and who's that? Mecklenburg have pieced out. I doubt there's anything in it for me. But that's okay, at least I can say I tried, or at least it helped. But let us return to my lands, thank you. Burgundy selling land. Okay, so maxed out relations with Austria. Do I have that claim in Friesland yet? I do have a claim on Friesland. Okay. So the question is, I want to try and snap up some of these provinces while they're kind of on offer. Profiteering in Arnhem. The citizens of Arnhem have grown tired of the local influence of greedy Ligian merchants that they claim are using unfair advantages to outcompete local businesses.
They demand that we step in to limit the influence of foreign traders on the area and reaffirm the privileges of our own merchants and artisans. If we do not act, they might take matters into their own hands. I'm not too fussed about liege, so let's protect our trade. Opinion of liege is lowered, but I get lowered unrest, more trade power. That sounds good to me. Oh, this is liege here. We got a couple of allies. One's who's in trouble. Okay, I'm not taking on Flanders anytime soon, that's for sure. My ally is probably... France is still in debt. Denmark helped me in the war before, so did Brandenburg. And Austria's already in another war. Austria's probably helped me fight a war soon, though. Especially if I fight outside of the HRE. Let's start setting up a spy network in Flanders. No, not counter-espionage. Oh, I can't do it. I've got to do it in Burgundy. Okay. Let's get a spy network going in Burgundy. I'll take a new tech. I'll get admin tech 5. I think I'll save that for next episode, because it's getting to about that time, so I'm going to hit pause here. And I will resume this next time. So this episode I concluded the war against Utrecht. I got 2 new provinces of Utrecht and Herre. I'm saying that different every time, aren't I? And I've only got 1 province to go, being Friesland, to form the Netherlands once I reach admin tech 10. At the moment I'm just trying to plot my next move. Thanks for watching, guys, appreciate your support, and I hope to see you next time.